Yo, first off, quick shout out to sponsor of this video, Skillshare. It's an online learning community where anybody can join and learn or teach new skills. They've got some great photography lessons, perfect for anybody who wants to up their photo game. The photo community is all about sharing tips, tricks, hacks, and also cameras. Give me your likers. Oh, only kidding. Anyway, back at DR, we used to make a bumload of tutorials, and after watching lessons on Skillshare, it got me inspired to make this little video, giving some quick tips for beginner photographers.
I'm really excited about this episode.
The trickiest bit is knowing where to go from here and how to up your photo game, or get a haircut.
The main hurdle that new photographers have to get over is not the lack of skill, but rather the lack of confidence. And you just have to remember that photography is a learning experience, whether it be for a new photographer or professional, or the people in between. Part of the enjoyment and excitement of doing photography is exposing yourself to something new every time.
Perfect morning.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Breathtaking.
I think you're getting some on your shoe. Not that kind of exposure. On my recent Nat Geo Wild trip to New Mexico, it couldn't have been any further from street photography, but by photographing new things, you're always adapting, thus learning.
It can be tough for new photographers to find inspiring locations.
Back then, the internet was mainly useful for emails and porn.
Ooh, look at that resolution. But now the internet is awash with information and resources, as well as doing emails and porn.
You can find potential subject matters to get inspired by looking online, have the shot lined up even before you arrive.
Use Google Maps, use Google Street View, Google where's the best place to do a certain type of photography in a certain place. Check out Flickr, other photo streams.
Instagram too, it is useful for more than just pics of semi-naked girls and cat pictures.
But sometimes the best way of researching these things is with your feet. And I don't mean typing on your computer with your feet. Although you can try it if you want.
Go out, explore. Remember, photos are to do with like visual stuff, so go out and probably visualize stuff. Best way of inspiring yourself to take photos, but do time it well.
Really quick and simple way of making your photos look instantly better. Don't shoot in the midday sun. Sunset, sunrise.
The light is never flattering in a midday sun, always best to shoot closer to sunrise or sunset.
Nice, very nice.
It'll make your photos look significantly better. Mwah. Gear, it matters. Now people will say to you that you don't need expensive cameras, it's all about interesting photos. Don't know what kind of person would say that. But yet at the same time, nobody's gonna pay attention to your photos if you shot it on a fucking pinhole potato camera. Or Vivitar, which is kind of on the same level.
You need decent gear, just not this much. It'll complicate things. Spend too much on fancy gear and it's more about gear wankery than the photos. Copy others and you'll learn fast.
What I'm saying is that mimicry is one of the best ways of learning in photography. Find some work that you really enjoy and try to do exactly the same photo. Now by trying to replicate somebody else's good work, you get to understand what kind of focal length, light, angle, composition, settings are needed to get that good result.
Once you've learned how to trace, you can draw. Now take a cliche photo like this and try to do it in a completely different, unique way. And when you've picked your subject, don't just stay in one spot. A photo is all about what the photographer chose to see and how they saw it, thus position is important. Get as many different angles as possible. More photos equals more options.
My HK Protog buddy Mark Chung said back in the day when he was shooting film, his ideal ratio was 36:1. For one roll of 36 frames, if he could get one keeper, that would be ideal. You can Google some of the contact sheets of some of the legends of photography and you can see some of the rejected photos involved in the making of an iconic photo. And when you see these contact sheets, you see the thought process and even the learning involved with these experienced photographers. And that's one way to improve your photography, is to criticize your own work. You call that photography? I call it shit. I've seen better looking sick in a bucket than that.
Constructive criticism. A good photographer will still take mediocre, bad, boring photos. They just know what to publish and what not to.
It's a freaking expensive toy. Don't waste that money by leaving it at home. And if you leave it at home, you're not taking photos and you're not learning anything new.
Put your camera in your man purse, or if you're too manly for that, get a girly camera and put it in your man-sized pockets.
Before I moved to Hong Kong, I only shot landscapes, so when I moved to Hong Kong, I suddenly felt uninspired by all of this concrete and people.
If I'd never taken my camera out with me all the time, I wouldn't have realised my passion for street photography. It's always important to have a subject matter that you're passionate about.
Don't be afraid to use one of the auto exposure modes. Forget what the trolls say. Photography is an art, not a science.
Lastly, there's a load of rules and conventions. Learn them, then forget about them.
There's no rules, right? No rules. When you hear some instructor tell you the rule of thirds or something like that.
So those are my tips to help noob photographers up their photo game. Now go out and take some photos. But know that there are plenty of good resources to help you improve your photography, like those video tutorials on Skillshare's website. They're great for learning and getting inspiration from for all levels of photographers. You can get a free 2-month trial also with the following promo code.